Go. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of good to go, here you are, UGC League Season 1, which is officially now official Season 1. We're going to be having the grand final of the North American Steel Series between going to be third tier gaming and Heart TZ. RTZ is my waifu, grapefruit technique, whatever they want to call themselves this week, they're going to be doing it. This is, like I said, is a best of 5 matchup between these two titans of the ladder match, and this is going to be all leading up to Season 2, which will be starting here very shortly, courtesy of UGC. There is going to be prize pools and ticketed fun for everyone, and we can finally tell you about that. It's been in the works for so long. We're so excited for it. First ban phase is already underway. You're going to see a Doom and a Faceless Void getting banned out, while Lycan and Death Prophet get banned out over by Heart TZ. Tide Hunter is picked up by third tier gaming Razor Vino on the Heart TZ. Ladies and gentlemen, you are flying high in the Dota 2 Killcopter. I am your host, Brushfire, and I'm joined, as always, by my aerial gunner and co-commentator, Joojkins, analyst, Technoman, and Stats McGuffin, Mr. Bad Guy. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me tonight.
It's good to be here for the grand finals of all the Season 1s.
Indeed.
Already into the...
I laugh every time he gets banned. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's just, okay, no hero boo-hoos except for Skywrath Mage when he gets banned. Everyone's like, eh. But he openly weeps, and that's beautiful.
Is that what we're calling it now?
That is openly weeping.
Yeah, openly boohooing.
He boo-hooed.
Very good.
Anyway, second ban phase for third tier gaming is over. Skywrath Mage and Shadow Shaman both biting the dust. Meanwhile, they did pick up a Brewmaster as their second pick. Second ban phase now on Heart TZ as well. Viper and Jakiro both going down after they picked up that Venomancer pickup. What do you think they're brewing over there on Heart TZ? What do you think their strategy is going to be?
Well, it's clearly they're going for the Death Ball strat. Oh, Invoker. That's
Dire team pick.
That doesn't quite fit into the Death Ball strat.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well,
it's shades of International
I
with
think
the Venomancer Razor.
They might have picked the Invoker to try and counter against the Brewmaster mid, but you'd have to go Quaswex Invoker, and I feel like that doesn't do a lot for the strat that they want to go for.
It's not fast enough. Like, if your main goal is to sap mana before he can get the primal split off, the time for EMP to set up is
It takes
huge.
so long, and Brewmaster just has to press R and he's good to go.
Yeah, there's got to be some other either chain stun or he's going to have to go Yules, and even then I still don't think it's long enough. Even Yules isn't.
It's
Yules Cyclone EMP.
What they're planning is do the Quaswex Invoker and just have the Cyclone EMP as his team fight contribution.
Right.
Meanwhile, Agent Apparition gets picked up on third tier. We're going to see a Rubik pick up for number 4 on Heart TZ.
Could be an Alacrity going to try and buff the Razor, let him steal as much damage as possible, and then get some additional whips in. Fast whip Razor.
I'm
10 seconds
gonna just go right out and say Exort Wexort is just dumb. Don't do it, guys. Come on.
Well, over in chat, Mr. Anderson3 is saying Kunkka hype in all caps, so we could be seeing a Kunkka pickup later today. However, last time we had a Kunkka pickup in a game, it was quite hilarious. He got crazy runaway, and I believe at the very end of the game, he did indeed pick up that Divine Rapier.
He did, but that wasn't UGC.
It was not.
Radiant team ban.
But it was still a great play.
Croissant King coming out from third tier gaming. Now, both of these teams have been blowing through their draft pretty quick. So neither of them are really... I don't feel like either of the teams are really counter-picking. They're just picking what suits them. Does anybody else get that feeling?
Yeah,
I kind of get that feeling right now. The Rubik was definitely a counter pick. Because there's a lot of really good spells to steal.
I wonder if like Rubik can steal Primal Split before Brewmaster actually gets it off.
He cannot.
Final ban going out to Immortal Bug from Heart TZ. Last ban from Third Tier Gaming now underway.
Does the spell last cast count after it finishes, or does it cast when he starts the split?
It,
I believe the spell has
you
to
can't
resolve
target
first.
him
10
while he's
seconds
splitting,
remaining.
so...
It goes to Magic the Gathering rules.
5
The card on the
seconds
stack
remaining.
has to resolve before you can actually get the effect of it.
That's actually not how that
Reserve
works,
time.
but no,
They
the way
don't.
it works is as soon as he activates it, he's completely removed. It can't be targeted, so you can't steal a spell until the Primal Split's over.
I thought you could do stuff like with Diffusal, where you drain his mana while he's splitting, and if he doesn't have enough, it cancels by the end of it.
There are
Radiant
certain
team
ways to do that. The only one I know works for certain is with Lion, and
Right.
you already have to have it attached on him.
We shall see, I hope we'll get to see. I'm worried about our TZ is my waifu's draft here. We've got a lot of squish here against a lot of beef.
10
Yeah, this is
seconds remaining.
the Razor Venomancer Rubik is not a particularly strong lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of early aggression there with the slow, the stun, Razor's damage steal. Like, a lot of aggression. But come mid, even especially late game, like Tidehunter, Wraith King especially, are just not going to care. Brewmaster's not going to care.
And especially if Tidehunter just starts with a pair of boots, which is not that uncommon for an offlaner. The combo's not that scary.
Yeah, I think our TZ is my waifu picked a lot of good heroes, but
Dire
I
team pick.
just don't get the feeling that they're going to synergize the way they want up against this
No.
really beefy team. And let's not forget, you got to kill Wraith King twice once he hits 6.
Yeah, but with this Dragon Knight pickup, I'm not entirely sure what their lanes are right now.
Dragon Knight
They might just be
mid.
going a 2-1-2.
It could be a
10
2-1-2.
seconds
That could
remaining.
work really well. I still see, well, I guess Invoker
5
mid,
seconds
and then you've
remaining.
got like what, a Rubik DK support. That's a double stun. Then Venomancer Razor
Reserve time.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
I could see that being okay. Invoker's going to be a really good counter against Wraith King, so long as he can get the EMP off at the start of battle. That'll be enough to make it so Wraith King never gets back up ever again. Assuming he goes, Quas Wex. If he doesn't, if he goes, Wexort or something like that, I don't know. Sort of all bets are off at that point. And he'll be sort of a push-heavy, mana-draining Invoker. But he'll be able to put Alacrity on either the Razor or the DK, and that could be pretty valuable, especially once they start pushing towers.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming the game doesn't snowball for third tier before that point.
Yeah.
Well, with just
Third
20
tier
seconds
definitely-
remaining on third tier's clock, they need to make this decision quickly.
They definitely have a good setup for the snowball.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
they might random here.
I don't think they're gonna random.
Oh god, why?
We're not here to ask why. We're here to ask why not, gentlemen. And that's going to be your draft right there. As you see, Third Tier Gaming and Heart TZ are ready to go.
I mean, I can think of a couple good reasons why not.
Is any one of them the fact that Sunstrike is a thing? Or Rubik could still assassinate? Or the fact that even Venomancer is a good counter to Sniper in the early game?
All of the above?
Awesome.
All of the above. We're going to see how this game is going to resolve out here. Because we got plenty of time to see what's going to happen. Sniper could be a good pick. It could be a bad pick. We don't
10
know.
seconds remaining.
We don't know.
What is the channel time on Assassinate? I guess we'll have to
5
check once we
seconds
get in the
remaining.
game.
2 seconds?
Yeah, I'm trying to
I
think what
don't
the
know.
channel, like, Sunstrike doesn't have a channel time, but it's got,
It's also not a channel time. It's a cast time.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
it's 1.7.
okay. So
we're gonna go into a pause right fast to allow the 5th man of third tier gaming to come back. So just hang tight, folks. We'll be right back. In the meantime, we're gonna introduce our team as is. Going to be on your most likely your mid. It's going to be your Invoker. He's going to be playing, Lemimer is going to be playing Invoker. Meanwhile, Blind is going to be on your Dragonite. The Fidgigiki, your Rubik, Rock, Paper, Scissors champion, your Venomancer. And then finally, Dynamosaurus will be your Razor. Who do we have on the Dire side? Logs.
Over the Dire side, we have Fish on the Sniper, Ben Hallmean on the Tidehunter, Private Ryan on the Brewmaster, Mark on the Wraith King, and Heaven's Cloud on the Ancient Apparition.
You sure you haven't been tapping into Brewmaster's secret stash there, Logs? Let's put up the last hit, denies counter, and see what these two teams are going to do. Got a lot of early game aggression coming out of top lane Radiant side as all of Heart TZ has gone into the Dire jungle. They're scouting out, possibly trying to ward the easy camp, get themselves a nice footholding right there. As you saw, they put up the Azurber ward right there in top lane jungle. And then well, I was going to say they were going to get a little aggressive on third tier gaming, but they are playing very conservatively this early game.
also, Invoker is going to pick up Exort for his first level. So we might be seeing Wexort, or maybe just straight up Exort Invoker.
I'm gonna hedge my bets and say we're not gonna see Wexort.
Don't think it'll be Wexort. Could be maybe just an early level of Exort and then go Quas Wex. Maybe Fast Midas.
No, you don't do that. If you're gonna go for the Quas Wex build, you just don't get the Exort until you have at least 4 in both.
Private Ryan, Heaven's Cloud, and Mark are setting a very strong trap here on bottom lane.
They are ready and willing to go. We could see a first blood right here.
Fidgigookie.
You're going for it.
They're going for it. The Wraithfire Blast comes out of Mark. They're ready to go. They do a 1, 2, 3 auto attacks. There's the barrel slam from Private Ryan. Mark gets lifted. Private Ryan will get the first blood by taking out the Fidgigookie, but Mark could be going right here as Rock Paper Scissors champion. No, it could be a double right here for Rock Paper Scissors champion. Oh, no, he's going. It might.
Private he tangoed. Oh,
he tangoed, but Rock, Paper, Scissors champion, just so much auto attack right there, is going to get a nice double for himself. It was an unofficial double, as you saw with the split assist from Creeps right there in bottom lane. So a very good exchange in favor of Heart TZ after all was said and done. They did lose to Fidgigookie, but that's okay.
Right, so Brewmaster actually picked up that first blood, so that's actually pretty huge for him. He starts off with a bonus 400 gold. I mean, he's got boots already, so he is in a really good position.
I was a bit too divey from 3GG.
Yeah, the Fidgigookie solo blocking the lane, though. At least if try versus try, I think that would have worked out a little better, but they let him pretty much go by himself.
Yes, a bit.
Oh, just a bit. Over in chat, we've got, excuse me, I forgot to change the overlay over. I pressed the button, too. That's the thing. I pressed that button.
Yeah, The computer says you didn't.
The computer says I didn't, indeed. That's right. Top lane, Behaming and Lemimer are taken off. There was a comment in the chat that I was going to get to. They're saying that Invoker is going farming Invoker. Oh my goodness, a courier almost went down there. He's trying to go after it. Lemimer wants to close the distance, but Behaming is just going to harass him a little bit. Yep, there it goes. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we're going to miss it out, Bo. Rock vs. Champion picking up a 3rd kill against Wraith King.
Yeah, he got caught out by a Veno ward. Rubik came around, lifted, and then he's just so slow right now.
Mid-lane, Fish being chased back, Blind with the haste rune, comes in, 2 auto attacks and a Dragon's Fire Breath, and it's going to be all she wrote.
That's a double rune, DK.
Yes, you're right. He had double damage and he had haste. Hilarious.
He must have like walked up and just got a lucky free pop. Like that's huge.
So right now, 3 minutes in, 4-1, as Third Tier Gaming is trailing behind HeartTZ.
Dire's middle
But
tower
that
is
death
under
ball,
attack.
it's starting to roll.
Maybe not. Like,
I don't know about
the
Death-
early
they don't
game
really-
advantage from RTZ Heart is shining through because they have a lot of supporty heroes, but I wouldn't say that they're going to start rolling a death ball here because late game, I think 3TG really has the stronger lineup.
And you're
yeah,
right.
to be
you're right.
honest, RTZ doesn't have that good of a mid-game death ball that most teams seem to go for these days. They have decent late game with the DK.
Smoke
but-
rotation coming out from Mark in Heaven's Cloud. They're going to try to gank out Blind, who is just kind of staying on the high ground. He's coming around. They will spot him, but Blind is going to back out of there.
Huh.
Good positioning. I think, well, they were smoked, so he probably didn't see them with the bottom ward. Maybe just good map awareness.
Yeah, definitely just good map awareness. And as soon as they stepped up the ledge and got revealed, they sort of accidentally backed down a little.
Yep. Pathfinding. Maybe not.
No, it did look like a pathfinding error.
Oh, meanwhile, up in
Pathfinding.
top lane, we're going to miss it, but Behaman was able to pick off Lemur.
He had
Tidehunter.
level 6 off that too. That's pretty huge. That means Tidehunter's already got Ravage.
Which will do him great justice in later encounters with Invoker.
Yep, and at this point, Invoker, his strongest spell right now is going to be the Cold
Bottom lane
Snap.
right now, they are going to try to chase out Heaven's Cloud and Brewmaster, who went down. Now Heaven's Cloud is going to get hit so hard. So many illusions right now. Heaven's Cloud's going to go down thanks to the Vin Award. Done and done.
That's they
this is-
wiped the bottom lane again.
Yes, indeed. Venomancer is 3-0 right now, and this is only 5 minutes into the game.
Carry Veno.
Carry Veno is a real thing. It happens.
I would love a carry Veno, but he's not going to be able to carry against this other team unless they are just super deprived of farm and levels, which, we're kind of trending that way right now.
Well, actually, based on the item he's got,
Dire's
I would
bottom
say he
tower
actually
has
might be
fallen.
going for it. It looks like he's probably gonna build an Orchid Malevolence.
Be a really interesting build. Also, Veno got the last hit on that tower too, so bonus tower gold. And the first tower's gone down, so...
Meanwhile, mid lane, Mark comes out of the jungle to start taking on Blind. The Wraithfire Blast will go off Fish. Fish in a bad spot because he's going to just sidestep that Sunstrike. The Wraithfire Blast comes out from Mark. Once again, the Assassinate goes off, but it's not going to be enough. The Fijigeki is going to disrupt it by lifting. Fish is now going for it. The Assassinate goes off. Boom! Rubik is out of there. The Fijigeki defeated.
Yeah, Fijiguki sort of sacrificed himself for the greater good there. That was a wise play.
See an altercation here. Blind has an invisibility rune, and he is chasing Mark.
And there's a smoked Veno, but he's going to get revealed in the rotation.
Rotation up top. Behaman and Heaven's Cloud have now teamed up to try to take on the menace that is Lemur XD.
Well, Invoker doesn't even have a single Wex level at this point, so there's no Ghost Walk for him. If he gets caught out, he's just, dead.
Yes.
Super
he gets
dead.
caught. Behaman does have Ravage. He does have Gush. He does have Anchor Smash. He's ready to go.
Yeah, at this point, I think he's okay with resigning himself to killing off the Forged Spirits. Free
Meanwhile,
gold.
mid lane, Wraith King ends up going down to Creeps after Blind and his band of merry men take him out.
Gotta say, this is not looking very strong for
Dire's middle
3GG
tower
right
is
now.
under attack.
Well, you got to remember what we're looking at right now. HeartTZ is one of the biggest winners in the UGC Season 1 right now. They have a huge ladder advantage. They had so many good games. They've managed to win almost all of their matches. If our statsman could bring him up when he gets a chance. Bring that record up.
I don't know that he actually has access to that.
He should. It's on their team page.
Dire's structures
Fortification
are
comes out
fortified.
on mid lane tower, which was being pushed. We are going to see Blind get hit with the Wraithfire. No, there will be a lift from Defigiki. Defigiki in a bad spot. He will get picked off by creeps. No, again with the assist goal just not going where they want it to on third tier gaming. And we will get a deny in mid tower.
Dire's middle tower has been denied. Dire's
Yeah, but
top
now
tower is
Sniper
under
doesn't
attack.
really have a safe place to farm.
No, he does not.
Oh,
Sunstrike goes out. Sunstrike hits nothing.
total whiff, circling it so spectators know where it lands at.
Dire's top
Now,
tower is
as you
under
were saying,
attack.
unfortunately, Sniper did not get all that he wanted out of this lane. About 9 minutes in, he's got a Wraith Band, he's got Phase Boots, he's got a Blade of Alacrity, so he's on his way to getting his Yasha. But he's gonna have to go steal another lane's farm now, because if he can't go back to mid, it's not safe for him.
No, he can't. There's just so much destruction that could come his way if he did that.
Slow rotation towards top, but Dire has tons of vision here. This could be either a big mistake or... I'm going to imagine it's a big mistake, because they're expecting to have a lot more pushing power here, and Dire's going to know in advance.
Power Tread's coming up on Dragon Knight. Sunstrike goes out. Mark
Miscommunication.
Mark getting pulled out of it. The Ravage comes out from Bahamon. There's a lot of stuff here. Defigiki is going to get focused, but no, the Cold Snap is keeping Bahamon in place. He is going to go down. Miscalculation. Now Heaven's Cloud being the focus of it. They're going to disengage, though, as Private Ryan will throw out the barrel slam. Blind being beaten down. The Wraithfire Blast comes out, will pick him up. Fish getting hit by illusions, but he does not care.
Currently at a 2-for-1 exchange, and including their
Dire's
Dragon
bottom
Knight
tower
going
is
down.
under attack.
And Sniper's going to get a kill off of that. He was able to pick off the Venomancer with his Assassinate. So, actually a pretty good fight for him.
Yes, indeed. He'll get a lot of extra bonus gold from that. Meanwhile, Razor continued to push on bottom lane. That's going to be your Dynamosaurus, is keeping people at bay. Bahamon will rotate bottom to push the lane out just a tiny bit.
Yeah, they're a pretty good match for each other. And right now, Tidehunter's ultimate's down for about 80 seconds, so he can't really commit too heavily to this. He can just sort of counter push out, and if he gets in too deep, he'll have to have some TP support in if he wants to kill anyone.
Well, we are now in the 10-minute mark. Let's check on the net worth for these two teams. Current leader, Invoker, who is sitting at 4,100
Dire's
gold,
top tower
3,800
is
into the
under attack.
Dragonite pocket, 3,700 in the Razor's pocket. That is top 3 spots occupied by Heart TZ right now.
Right, and Invoker
Dire's
went
top tower is
Hand of
under
Midas at about the 8-minute, 9-minute mark, so not an exceptionally fast Midas, but, you know, respectable. And that's to be
Dire's
pretty much
top tower
expected.
has
Invoker needs levels, he needs gold.
He just got some gold.
invisible in the enemy jungle.
Razor
He's-
bottom is about to get ganked so hard.
Dynamosaurus hugging that tower. Bahamon's going to go with the Gush. The chilling touch from Ancient Apparition. Mark comes in with the Rayfire Blast. Who's going to get that last hit? It's going to be Bahamon who picks it up. Meanwhile, Razor will get the last laugh, though, picking up Heaven's Cloud, Ancient Apparition, with a nice static
Dire's
field.
top tower is under attack.
Excuse me,
Wraith King,
Plasma field.
sort of non-standard build here. He's got 3 in Wraithfire Blast, 1 in his ultimate, and he's got 2 points in stats already.
You know, I've personally done that before. It's actually not terrible.
Radiant's bottom
You know,
tower
you
is
really
under attack.
this
Dire's
extra
top tower
stats
has
helps
fallen.
a lot. Making it
Meanwhile,
so that you can throw a few.
during all
Wraithfire
of that,
blasts.
we're going to see a Tier 2 up in top lane fall to Heart TZ's Blitzkrieg.
Yep, and Sniper is going to go down in the middle of that
Dire's
too.
top tower
He's
Fish got
is
caught
under
up.
attack.
Yeah, he's about halfway done with his Yasha, but that's going to set him back a little bit. He'll probably have to spend an extra minute or two trying to get that online.
He only needs the recipe now.
Yeah.
Altercation possibly going to happen here in mid lane. 12-7 now at the 13-minute mark as the two mid confrontation. from Heart TZ is coming on strong. The tower is already down to half health and is falling so very fast.
Dire's middle
Invoker
tower
does
is
have
under attack.
Necronomicon up. Necrobook is going. He's got minions hitting it. That tower's
Dire's
gone. The
structures are
fortification will
fortified.
come out. Fish getting into position for the denial. No, they're going to push out. Wraith King will go down. Lamemir, next one to be focused up. The Ravage comes out from Bahamon. Lamemir is down. Bahamon will pick up the last one. Sniper, at the meantime, is going to hit that. That was a double Ravage. Bahamon does have his refresher orb now. Or
no,
looks like,
that was a steal.
That was a
Rubik.
great steal from
Dire's
Defigikiki.
middle
Excuse
tower
me.
has been denied.
13-minute refresher. Holy shit,
That
he's
would be pretty
farming like
amazing.
crazy.
Meanwhile, Heaven's Cloud is going to pick up Razor. Dynamo Source is going to go down. Meanwhile, Bahamon trying to take on Blind. Blind is running. He will start to teleport out. Nothing can stop him. He is gone. Zui fight it out of there.
Double Ravage.
Double Ravage.
It
Yeah.
was in fact a double Ravage, but one of them was Rubik's, which was a really well stolen ultimate. I didn't even see him pick it up.
Also over in chat right now, Gogolak says, sometimes I think I have a nerdy voice. And then that guy speaks, and I feel like an alpha.
I think Brewmaster just got chunked by a Sunstrike, but it wasn't quite enough to pick him up. It was a really good estimation, though.
It caused him to have to pop a tango after he continues to jungle to get some of that farm catch-up that he needs.
He's got his Blink Dagger now, and so does Tidehunter. So they're starting to really make headway with their farm.
Yeah, Radiant cannot afford to let this push end. Like, they have to keep the pressure on. If they don't keep zoning, like, they will get destroyed. Just Sniper alone is way better than a DK, and he's got a much better, beefier team to sort of
Back him up.
Yeah, there's a lot of power on RTZ, but about the time they get BKBs, that power is going to go away, and at that point, it's all going to be on the
It's all gonna be
Dragon
on-
Knight.
It'll be on Razor mostly,
Radiant's
actually.
top tower is under
Push
attack.
happening in tier 2 bottom lane. Dynamo pops his mechanism and try to stave off. There goes the Ring of Venom coming out of Rock Paper Scissors Champion. Rock Paper Scissors Champion is going to go down. Though they're going to set their sights on Bahamon now. No, instead they're going to start going after Sniper. Sniper will duck down in this 2-for-1 exchange. Wraith King also possibly
Dire's
going down to
bottom
tick
tower
damage.
has fallen.
He will survive just
Radiant's top
barely.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, his ult's on cooldown too, so if he drops now, that's just it. He's gone.
Roshan rotation.
Yeah, there's not a lot they can do to really contest this. With Sniper dead and Brewmaster dead, Ravage is up on the Tidehunter and they have Blink, but I don't think it'll be enough. Maybe.
They get him in here quick. They're taking their sweet time, though.
Dynamosaurus is... Oh, Ravage
Oh.
from Rubik instead.
There goes the Ravage from actual Tidehunter. The Primal Split comes out just in time for Brewmaster. Going to be a 1-for-1 exchange now between this one. Lamemir is going to get picked off as well. Wraithfire Blast securing that kill.
the split actually came off just in time for only Tidehunter to get hit by the Sunstrike, so it actually killed Tidehunter.
Oh, that is tragic. 3-for-1 in that exchange. So Third Tier Gaming came out quite on top on that one, and right now we are 17-4. Oh, Ancient Apparition goes down, so we'll call that a 3-2.
It was more like a backstage pickup, so I don't know if it counts.
Yeah. In the end, though, we've got 3 dead and 2 dead, so I don't know. I'll call it a late pickup.
Yeah.
A very, very late term abortion.
And they are still going to get the Roche, because that just took too much out of 3TG to contest.
And that's great, though. They need to continue this pressure, as you said a couple of minutes ago. They need to keep that up in order to stave off the eventual Third Tier Gaming mega threat that'll come in late game.
Yeah, they have to keep this push up, because if they don't, it's going to be over.
Blind's going to pick himself up a double damage rune, too.
Double damage.
That is the trouble with the late game team. If your team doesn't make it to late
the
game, it
initiation?
doesn't matter.
Initiation happening right there. Dynamosaurus popping in. Fish getting stunned out. He will get lifted. The Sunstrike, the Venom shot. It's all gone for him. Private Ryan now the one that they're going to take on. He will go down as well. Easy pickup right there between those two teams, with Hearteasy coming out on top in that 2-for-none exchange.
Radiant's top tower is under
Invoker's
attack.
got level 3 Necronomicon, and there's the Alacrity.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Though,
The ult comes
mostly
out.
what he's getting out of that
Gotta
Alacrity
hit
is,
everybody in that.
damage.
This is not going to be enough, though, because they will pick up the tier 3 after all that impossibly racks here as well.
Yeah, he's only got 1 level in Wex, so it's only bonus 20 attack speed, but it's
Dyer's
also
barracks
bonus
has
70
fallen.
damage.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. And 3TG's gonna lose a Rax without
They
much
lost
of anything.
They lost a tier 3. They lost 2 racks, and they lost their carry and their other carry. That was bad for third tier. That was a huge, crushing kick to the sack.
For lack of a better word, and also sort of a cheeky ward here left by Radiant, so they know pretty much what's happening in this mid lane. unless
Lift
they
comes
get
out on
dewarded.
Mark, and then once again, Defigikiki defying his teammates and throwing Mark the wrong way. Will counter it back up, though, picking up the Wraithfire Blast. And Wraith King comes right back up. The AL comes out. Ball goes out, hits Lememur. Lememur is in a bad spot here. He will get picked up by Fish. Rock, paper, scissors champion popping the Venomancer ult. Bahamon will go down, but not before Venomancer goes down as well. Fish now being dipped. He will be picked up as well. Defigikiki lifting the Brewmaster, sending him back to where he came from. Mark will start teleporting out of there, and then that fight will get disengaged in a 3-for-2 exchange. Defigikiki almost falling to his hubris.
I think Defigikiki might have actually been trying to put him up on that ledge.
Right,
But
to clear
I
him
think-
out of there. He should have just left him where he was, because there was a Sunstrike that came
Yeah, there
down.
was a Sunstrike.
Yeah, the Fijigugi has done that a couple of times where he's positioned people out of the Sunstrike because of lift.
I believe that's twice now I've seen it.
Yep, same. So,
Defigikiki, stop throwing.
the wrong way. Stop throwing the wrong way.
We're at the 32nd mark of the 20th minute of this game, and it's already 23-16 Hearteasy's favor.
Yeah, and we do have the Aghanims now up on Razor, so he can push buildings with his ultimate now. That's pretty huge. And considering they've already got level 3 Necronomicon on Invoker, including Alacrity, that
Blind.
is a lot of damage.
Time
Oh, this
out
could be
right now.
bad.
Mid lane, Blind is about to run out of his invisibility rune. He will start hitting on Heaven's Cloud. He will pop his dragon form, pop the Shadow Blade. Gone, baby, gone. Just a little bit of unnervingness right there. So they know he's got a Shadow Blade now, at least.
Oh,
That
they've
was
known that for
a
while.
lot of bad positioning, because they had this high ground ward.
Talking about bad positioning, Mark will get scouted out by Blind, but it could be the bad for the Blind right there. Going after Mark, he's going to get hit by the Assassinate. The Aegis is popped by Fish. Dragonite trying to get back up. He will come back. No fear. No fear.
Radiant's
think that was a
bottom
bit too,
tower is under attack.
Oh dear, his team is pinging him like crazy. They're not happy with his performance.
Yeah, unfortunately, you
Radiant's bottom tower
spectators
is under
cannot
attack.
see the rainbow-colored
They can.
trail of
They can.
pings.
They can see it.
If they're watching on stream, they can.
Okay, on stream you can see it. If you're in Dota TV, you can't see it.
Which is all the more reason you should go to UGC League, or excuse me, twitch.tv/UGC League to check out and chat with all of us. Here we got some great conversations going on, and if you leave a good comment, we might read it on air. But no fan fiction though. I've been banned from that.
Yep, you have.
Yeah,
been
no
banned
more.
for life.
Never again. I'm really a little disheartened here. Not so much that they burn the Aegis, but Radiant really needs to just stop farming and push in here. I think they're looking for a pick-off, and they definitely need to take out either the Brewmaster or the Tidehunter before they can
Wait.
push this high ground, but
Wait, why is Why is Blind building a Scotty?
Why not?
Slow?
Because he gets the Scotty effect already with level 3 dragon form.
Maybe he wants it in not dragon form. It's good stats and survivability, and it's a melee slow that he can apply.
It's great. It gives him tons of health. Yes, it's the most health you get from any item. But why? No.
Again, Logs.
Get a horse rest or something.
Dota's not about why. It's about why not. At least in this particular instance.
Like, right now, you've just got a bunch of carries farming as much as they want. And your not-so-carry team not farming as much as they want. I really wish Radiant would sort of pull together. They're waiting probably on the next Roshan, and they're going to take the next Aegis.
Which might be why
I don't really think they... I think they do... it is a good decision. They, Dire team actually has a very good setup for defending their base.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good spells for it.
Well, we've got the Courier. He's got another ultimate orb for blind. So I guess this is to finish off the Eye of Scotty. But he's also using the Courier to watch out for Roche popping, which will be back pretty shortly.
Let's take a look at the gold graph right now. Gold in Heart TZ's pocket over 15k monies. XP though 14,000. That is a lot of disadvantage that is currently happening to third tier gaming.
God.
Yeah, that's right. The Eye of Scotty is now up on the Dragon Knight.
Well, why not? You know, why not?
Because he doesn't need it. I don't know, why do you not build Crystallis on, heroes with crits?
I can't think of any here. Oh, the Fidgeguki's getting gone in on.
Gone in on indeed. He's going to get killed before the Assassinate can even go off, with Ancient Apparition picking up the last hit on the Fidgeguki.
Oh, he dropped a gem too.
Oh, tragic. Who picked that one up?
Brewmaster.
Brewmaster did. Private Ryan, now the owner of a nice new shiny gem of Drusite.
I'm
he says,
wondering.
"Oh no," on the map.
Like, I'm wondering why they decided to just give up the free gem. Like, I'm thinking they did it so they could de-ward, but you've got a Dragon Knight with the Shadow Blade. Oh, blind.
Top lane, blind. Getting gone in on. He will walk out of the AL. He will still get hit, but then he gets hit by a Ravage, the Behemoth, Queen Man. Getting that nice kill in there. They're going to go after Invoker next. Invoker tries to Ghost Walk out of there. He will not be able to. He is gone, sir. Gone. Heaven's Cloud almost getting killed by the Necro minion Back Blast.
Yeah, he had about 4 seconds on Invoke there, so even though he had the QQ walk queued up, he wasn't able to invoke it. So,
Dire's middle tower.
it's a nice play. It's the
a walk of
QQ
shame.
walk.
Walk of shame. He's like, well, I have been bested. Better get out of here.
I don't think it would really matter, though, because you've got dust on Ancient Apparition, dust on Brewmaster. Like, they've got a lot of dust because of that Shadow Blade. So, I don't think it would have saved him. Like,
But QQ doesn't even make any sense. It's double...
WW.
it's QQW. Quas Wex. And also, the fact that QQ makes a little crying face emoticon is really nice.
I do like that 0.228%. That's less than 1%.
I can't imagine why that number is. That number's going to shoot all the way up to 1 because of this game.
No, it'll probably be like 0.22800000001.
Yes, thank you, Jenkins.
That is beautiful.
You're welcome.
That is beautiful. We're going to have a Roshan attempt now over on Heart TZ. They have Invoker in the pit along with 4 Plague Wards. The AAL comes out. He's going to pick
Misses.
He's going to pick up Invoker's little Eidolon minions or whatever they are. Private Ryan, though, blinks into the pit, and that's going to be bad for him. He's going to get dipped down so fast he's going to die from it. The Gem of True Sight is back on the field. Defenjigeki reclaims his prize. They're going to get roasted for this, too.
They're going to get a free Roche. Buyback is available on the Brewmaster, but
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Razor's going to take it this time, which is wise because he's got the ult and the ag, so they're prioritizing for taking this next Rax.
Yeah, they've got the Ravage now in another 5 seconds, so they do have a chance to defend this, but it's going to be rather difficult.
Yeah.
Though, as long as they don't try to focus the Dragon Knight, he's not going to be able to actually do that much damage because he bought a Scotty instead of, a damage item. It's like, oh, you get 25 damage from that item. That's pretty good.
Here comes the push, sort of slowly but surely.
Creeping on in.
The ward that Vino dropped is going to give away, or be given away by the fact that his Plague Wards are attacking high ground buildings.
Dynamosaurus is going to be the one they focus fire on. He is taking tower shots. He's going to get the Aegis popped right there. In comes Blind, Rock, Paper, Scissors champion. The Wraith King is now back up. Everything is so very slow. The Primal Split happened too. Lamimer is going to get a little bit of damage, not much. Mark with a C, though, going down a second time. Meanwhile, Blind pops in there. He's going after Fish. Fish is down. He's going after Heaven's Cloud. Now the chase is on. He wants it. No, the buyback comes out of Fish. The Mask of Madness doing its damage. Bahamut is down as well. Defenjigeki, he didn't stole Anchor Smash. He did not steal Ravage, which is bad. Blind in a bad spot now, getting hit by Private Ryan. He is going to get frozen in place. The Assassinate goes out. Boom! Headshot. Dragon dead. That was a Desolation of Smog if I ever saw one. But the damage is already done. Tier 3, Rax, bottom lane, all gone. QQ walk.
And Invoker's going to QQ walk himself out. He's going to leave behind some Forge Spirits and some Necro Creeps. Actually, they're going to die. He managed to pull them out
yes,
without
you did
beating
just
them.
make that joke, but it doesn't make sense because Fish doesn't have a Desolator.
He doesn't need one.
You said Desolation of Smog.
Yeah, because
he really does need a Desolator.
He didn't desolate the Smog.
So you're saying if I had waited like maybe 10 minutes, I could make that joke?
You could have made that joke and it would have actually been funny.
Ugh.
Little too quick on the draw.
Dang.
Not anymore, though.
That
Right.
joke is not funny forever.
Well, as you know, once you say one joke, it's never funny again.
Invoker
that's why Dan
picking
Cook's not
up
funny.
an ultimate orb as well. Maybe they're just going to stack HP items to counter the beefiness. No, Vino, why do you run in circles so that you can get hit by Ancient Apparition's Ice Blast?
Well, you see, he's really fond of 2001 Toonami, and when they would play that song, that's why he runs in circles.
I get it. It's not funny, but I get it. He's almost got the next part of his Aghanims. He's about 1,200 gold away from having his Ags, and then the Poison Nova has actually been a really good pickup to defeat the beefiness. It's just free DPS on everything, and he's just sort of suicided in the middle of all of them. It's been worth a lot just to have the free suicide.
Indeed, indeed. 27-21 at the 30-minute mark.
Mega Creeps on 2 lanes. Valve, where is my different appearing Mega Creeps?
Yeah, Valve, give me updates.
Valve, where are my compendium rewards?
They haven't given you techies yet. What hope do you have?
None. No hope. Scythe of Ice up on Invoker. So probably a good chance that that's meant for Brewmaster, just to prevent him from getting the ult off. That bottom team fight would have been a lot smoother if Brewmaster hadn't been able to get his Primal Split off. And they still made the most of it by keeping them distracted while Invoker and his little horde of minions destroyed the racks. But it could have been a lot cleaner. And I think that's part of the reason he's going Scythe of Ice this time.
fight happening over in mid lane. There's going to be a primal split, clutch as fuck. Going to be picking up right there. The Ravage comes out from behind me. The Fidget Kicky is going to get hit by the Assassinate. The Lift comes out. He is going to get mechanized and saved. His life is saved right there. Bahamut still alive as well. Mark with the C goes down. Comes back up as the Wraith King does. Then Bahamut will actually go down. They're going to call the GG after a 2-for-1 exchange in mid lane that eventually spilled over to top lane. So very well done on that game. A final score of 30 to 21 in favor of Heart TZ. And again, this is a best of 5 match. So could we see a long-term shutout, or could we be seeing the strategies change next game? Hang tight, we got more UGC action coming at you here in just a few moments.